Okay, I'm going to slowly try to get back to projects. So what do we have? We've got, well, I just noticed that that's loose, so I got to tighten that up. I will play another video here in just a second. I will have to apologize. There have been no videos the past week. I have been sick, and I did not have any spare videos waiting, so there were no videos. I didn't feel like making them. Today is the first day that I have been outside even for any extended period of time. So it just wasn't happening. I'm not going to do any work today. I just brought these parts out here because I was tired of sitting on the kitchen counter. I'm sure my wife was too. So, well, aside from the fact that it's been just one long week, last time I took the blower out, I don't even think I have a video of it. I noticed that I had some hydraulic fluid on the bar here, which it's still there. And every time I rotated the chute right over here, more fluid would come out. So leads me to believe these lines are leaking, and there's actually some, I cleaned it all off when I got done blowing last time, but it looks like there's some leakage around those lines. My guess is this clamp, I installed it incorrectly or something along those lines, and it's just not working right. So we're going to take it off and see what we find. And the other lines for the chute deflector are exactly the same way. So tells me that if I'm going to put the, if I get new lines, because it looks like I'm going to have to get new lines, I will need to come up with a different way to mount these lines, but I had it far enough off. I will need to come up with a different way to mount these lines so they do not leak. Because to be honest, this is very frustrating. These lines, excluding the fittings, just the replacement lines are, if I order them through Deere, about 150 bucks, I think, for all 4 lines, which I don't think is half bad, but I mean, the blower is a year old, not even a year old, and has less than 20 hours. I don't know, we're probably close to 30 hours on it now in terms of snow removal time. So I don't know why these busted, but they did. And I mean, there's obvious, yep, right there. They just wore right through and they're just seeping out. So either the clamp was too tight or, yeah, they're busted everywhere right there. I don't know if you can, let me see if you can see that. I mean, you flex it back and forth and they're busted. So need 2 new hoses there, and I'm guessing I need 2 new hoses up top here as well, because there's oil there. And I see a little bit of oil on the ground down there. So probably what I'll do, and I need to, like I said, I need to come up with a better way to mount the hoses. You would think that, you know, if Deere was going to tell you to put these on there, it would just clamp on there and it would not clamp so tight that it would bust the hose. So maybe I need to put some spacers on there or something. At first I thought it was something having to do with the quick hitch here, or the iMatch hitch, whatever you're going to call it, moving up and down a little bit just with the change in geometry of the blower. But I looked at all of that and it didn't seem like that was going to be, or that was any of the problems, particularly when you think about these up here. Certainly not a problem. So I'll actually, what I'm going to do right now that I know I've taken it apart and I know that they're leaking, I'm just going to lightly put this clamp back on here and go ahead and order the new hoses. And I'm not going to, just in case it snows or anything before the new hoses come in and I get a chance to replace them. That way I do still have a working blower and this hydraulic system's not open to the environment. So we'll just leave it like that for right now. So this will be a video that'll be a couple weeks in the making as I go through everything. Just kind of disappointing that I have to buy $150 worth of hoses, even though I followed the mounting instructions on this stupid thing. So I'm thinking what I can do is maybe deburr the edge here a little bit. You know, go in there with a file or something, deburr the edge. I think I have some Kevlar wrap, or whatever you want to call it, to protect the hoses. My only thought there is anything having to do with a snowblower, if it has that wrap on it, water's going to get in it. That water's going to freeze, and that could potentially present some problems with lines freezing together, things of that nature. So I'll have to think about it for a little bit. Maybe it just boiled down to I need some plastic clamps instead of this structure right here. I just need two you know, hose style clamps with the rubber insert on them to go. Just put them right here, mount them right here, and then on either side. Maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe that's a little bit better arrangement. So I'll get those hoses ordered and we'll go from there. I've got my $150 worth of new hydraulic lines here. Went and considered these right here. Actually, they're no more expensive or no cheaper than buying them. They're just 90-inch, quarter-inch hydraulic lines. Those are actually pretty cheap. I don't remember what they cost. But I'll put it this way, it was the same price as me getting them from, say, the farm store. These, however, with the 90-degree ends on them, were more expensive. You know, I want to say these are like 25, 30 bucks a piece, and these were, I can't, I have to look at the bill. Anyway, approximately 150 bucks. Give or take a few dollars. So what happened is these lines cracked due to this clamp. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace that clamp with some type of, well, I just got some insulated cable clamps. We're going to see how these work. So I'm probably pretty sure I'm going to have to drill that hole or that opening out in there, and when I replace these. But that's what we're going to do, hopefully later this week. I don't have any intentions of making an actual video until I feel a little bit better. But that's what we're up to. Lines are here. Not that, well, here, I'll open the garage door and you can see. Not that I think I'm going to need the blower anymore. And if I did need the blower, there's the yard. You know, probably 90% of the snow is gone. The pond's wet. We fortunately had some very warm, unseasonably warm weather, but the better part of that is we had some 20, 30 mile an hour winds that came in here, and that really helped it evaporate instead of just create a flood everywhere. Right now it's in the mid 60s. Actually gorgeous day. I wish I felt better because I'd have been out in the shop doing something, but nope. So I don't know if we'll need the blower anymore. I should start the 4066 up to dump the water out, but it'll be fine there for a couple more days. It's not like it's going to rust through, so it doesn't really matter, and it's not on the shop floor. So anyway, that's it for this video. And we'll get back to that project sometime here in the next week or so. Thanks for watching.